out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico.
Expose these clowns!
Until God! Bold crusher! It's time for the Freddy Chico show to begin! Open up your ears and listen closer! I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling and strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade, I'ma give them gold. Yes, my wordplay, Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling and strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade, I'ma give them gold. Yes, my wordplay, Freddy Chico show. I speak for the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, call him Captain Lee. Them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street analysts. They lost in the zone of a fatal sin. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect the Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddy Chico show, I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling and strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade, I'ma give them gold. It's my wordplay, Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling and strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade, I'ma give them gold. It's my wordplay, Freddy Chico show.
Welcome. I always get caught up in the last part there. It cuts off really bad. I got to work on that. Welcome to the Freddy Chico Show, where the truth is revealed and never concealed. Appreciate you, Cherry Boy Hunter, and Instagram. Let them know where you're checking in from. And we're going to start the timer. And we're going to get this started in 3 minutes. We're going to talk about this topic. I'll let y'all know what we're talking about today. I'm going to see if y'all are paying attention. YouTube, Facebook. Told y'all this morning, this is what we're going to be talking about today. Let's see if I can publish this. Alright, we got 1 minute going. Let's see what's going on, man. Sorry, I was a little distracted there. I'll talk to you about that, because I just don't want to, well, I'm going to have some limitations on that. I don't want to write no blank check on that. Thank you, I appreciate it. I try to do a little something. All right, the time is up. Let me go ahead and get in the topic. The topic tonight is Tabitha Brown versus Wendy Williams. If y'all have not gotten the opportunity, I gave some homework for some who did not know who Tabitha Brown was, to Google or search on YouTube the video of Tabitha Brown saying what she's gonna do in her family, and Wendy Williams had a problem with it. So as much as people love to watch the Wendy Williams show, they let her up because of her foolishness when in regards to what she said about Tabitha Brown. And as much as I want to wait to put my opinion in, I guess I'll put my opinion in first. Okay, let's first speak on Tabitha Brown and what she said. She basically said she had an agreement with her husband stating that her dream is to make it in the entertainment business, in acting, and that while she pursues this dream, her husband would take on a job as a police officer to provide financially for the family. Now, once she gets to the point where she is making the money she wants to make, where she could afford to take care of the family in the same respect, if not more, because I believe she's probably making way more than he ever made as the LAPD. She was going to retire him and then allow him to pursue his dreams, what he dreamed about doing, what his dream job is. That's it. An agreement between a husband and wife, what they're going to do in their family. Bitter Wendy Williams did not like that because she got with an individual who does not have the integrity or character to even be faithful, much less participate in what they're doing. Contribute or whatever. I'm not even sure what Wendy Williams' ex-husband did. You know, because apparently he's, getting subsidized by Wendy Williams after the divorce. So he's probably making very good money now off of Wendy Williams, but hey, that has nothing to do with Tabitha Brown and Chance Brown, you know. And the way she responded back to Wendy Williams, and I'm not the biggest fan of the, and so, and and the teeth are just all the teeth are out there like that, like just got the brightest smile, um, and it's like over exaggerated, like that kind of thing. Hey, and then I'm just okay and well, and 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 you know, but it was one of the most nicest mind your own freaking business messages back to Wendy Williams. Praying for and trying to relate. What's going on, Walter? I see you in the building. You said, why do so many want to put their bad decisions on others? Because it allows them to put the focus on other people versus exposing the fact that they made a bad decision. Because that's the thing. They're not going to say they made a bad decision. They're going to say somebody else victimized them. They're the victim. It's not their fault. So, and they don't, it's like they don't want Tabitha to be happy because they're not happy. I figured y'all wanted to talk about this one. Not too many people want to talk about Tabitha and Wendy Williams. As much as the buzz is on that, y'all are kind of quiet. You know what? I wonder if old boy had his redo of last week. Where he claimed he was supposed to be on the show on Wednesday. He said, since there are fewer married folk now, the single and lonely, Bitter Squad doesn't want to admit the divide or beef between them and the healthy married folk. They try to play majority rules on social media and in the media. Yeah, and that's where, how, if you watch that Tiffany was talking about, Tabitha was talking about, was that, there are so many women that made bad decisions. Now, she didn't say that, but I'm going to add that part to it. Made bad decisions, got with no good dudes. Now, every dude is a no good dude. And they are too scary to actually do the work to find a good guy. They're going to claim they don't want any woman to have what they don't have. And shout out to the Buffalo Soldiers that are traveling out of town to Mobile, Alabama. Safe travels to all the brothers on the road, pounding. They were out in force today. Yeah, I didn't think of. Yeah, I should have thought about that. You're right. I should have thought about that. Um, they don't want to expose themselves. We got one brave soul in Instagram. Good old Amshay is in the building. I thought maybe you was at work. It says I can't wait. Oh wow, you at the Walmart? Hey, just a word of advice. When they sit up there and you're getting ready to leave, I can't stand Walmart. But when you're getting ready to leave, tell them they do not have the right. You do not give them permission to check your receipt. Either they say you went, you got, they think you stole something, or let you pass. I don't never let them check my receipt. I can't stand they do that crap at Walmart. They're like, y'all, loss prevention is lazy, you know, and racist. I mean, I know they check everybody's, but don't check mine. Um, but we're talking about the Tabitha Brown versus Wendy Williams. Yeah, they always try to check mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to brag, but I make more in tax. I pay more in taxes than they make at Walmart. Hey, slightly annoyed. Welcome back. You know, you getting that gym workout in? Don't be slipping. I was there this morning. You know, but I don't know if you're familiar with the Tabitha Brown situation, where she made a video talking about her relationship, and Wendy Williams want to butt her manly nose where it don't belong. You're saying you understand Tabitha, but why is she mad at Wendy? She's not mad at Wendy, but Wendy was disrespectful as all get out. So I'm not sure if you don't understand why it would be viewed as disrespectful. So I count a bunch of people on my page who are playing house and playing pretend married to someone. But they'll be the ones trying to tell somebody else what to do in their relationship. And I don't have a problem with how they call it shacking. Shacking is not a sin. But what do you know about the Wendy Williams situation? Yeah, and I get you that with that, because that's her whole forte, is saying some off the wall stuff and thinking it's cute for laughs or what have you. But in this situation, I don't think that was for laughs. You know, I think she because of her foolishness that she got herself into, she wants to disrespect somebody else's husband by saying that. Um, I think Wendy gets a lot of hate because she does a lot of stuff to be hated for. Um, Appreciate you listening on YouTube. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Slightly annoyed. Let's see if it'll show me. Nope, no likes yet. It will let me know if you hit like. But but yeah, but you know, there's so many things that is so powerful, and really, I believe, and that's who I am married to, but I believe all women should take a page out of Tabitha Brown's book. You know, where too often, more often than not, people believe women should not do anything to contribute to a relationship. All they need to do is take. And if they give, it's on rare occasions like his birthday or because not even Father's Day because they don't do that. Christmas maybe they might get him something then, but the majority of the attention should be on the woman is the dysfunctional view, the dysfunctional perspective. You said, but how is she any different from others in her field? One, I don't know if anybody else was dumb enough to say that about Tabitha Brown. Because let me ask you, did you have a problem with what Tabitha Brown said? And that might be the key. People who don't understand, who don't have an issue with Wendy Williams, actually agree with Wendy Williams. Like Walter said. And so, if that's the case, it makes sense. You said all some people want to give us is, what do you mean us? Oh, give is. Okay, not us. I was like, aren't you a girl? Yeah, and they get away with it. Nobody want to say nothing about that. When the woman is lazy and don't want to do nothing but lay on her back, that's honorable. They call that a housewife. But if a guy wanted to be lazy and lay on his back, he's a bum. He's lazy. He needs to do something to provide for her. But just the idea, and I don't know if you answered, but if you are okay with what Tabitha Brown said, or do you agree with Wendy Williams? It's like I've seen some men spend hundreds for his girl to buy underwear for lovemaking. Yeah, and it's really a weird situation when people do that because how long is that thing going to be on before you're taking it off? Like, you can spend $100 on something and it lasts all of 20 seconds. It's not that long. Tabitha Brown said that she and her husband made an agreement that if he would support her dream of becoming in pursuing an acting career and entertainment and things like that, that when she got to a certain level of fame or money, she was going to retire him so he can pursue his dreams. Do you have a problem with that? Boom, 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 boom. You don't. I'm impressed. Joshua, what's going on, sir? Long time no chat. Right. And I'm going to go even further than that, Joshua. You said if they made a deal, it's their business. You have no problem with it. My thing is, I'm going to go even further than that. That's being nice that they said they came up with that agreement. But I want to go even further with saying they shouldn't even have to make no agreement like that. That's what's called a team. If you're not there to support each other, you know what I'm saying? You said you do it for your man? Got you. So, what Wendy said about their relationship's going to probably struggle because she made that decision, do you agree with that? He said, I think Wendy's upset because thinking about her memoir, her parents didn't support her in some things that she wanted, and she has no friends. Her ex was her life, now he's with someone else. You picked poorly. You need to choose better. But it has nothing to do with Tiffany Brown and Chance Brown. You say facts is a team. You know, we should expect what we're willing to contribute. If you want the Taj Mahal, you should be able to contribute the Taj Mahal. Don't sit up there and talk about I can contribute Super 8, you know, or a motel and expect the Taj Mahal. She got no business. You said maybe she was trying to warn her. She got no business trying to warn nobody. They're not even in the same tax bracket. Tabitha and Chance have been married for 20 plus years, 25 plus years. I don't know how long Wendy was married, but it wasn't even close. You got no business telling somebody who's been in it longer, done a lot more than what you've ever done, come out your mouth sideways, talking about their relationship. It's on the rocks. You know what I mean? Nah, we're not the same. You know, he said because Wendy invested in her ex and he cut her throat, took her car, and put her in debt. Too bad, so sad. You know, just the fact that people will feel sorry for her and her choices is bad. He said if the shoe was on the other foot, Wendy would be celebrating a man retiring his wife. Absolutely. And that's the hypocrisy in it. If Chance was up there saying, you know, hey, blah, 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 if anything, she might have said, oh, that's probably because he cheated and he wants to make it up for her. Something to put the guy in a bad light. But as long as we're serving the woman, it's perfectly fine. You know, not last year, but the year before, my wife took me for a weekend excursion. You know, I didn't lift a finger to do anything. But there were women all over the place downtown Atlanta that were cutting their eye at me, looking at my wife wickedly because they didn't feel she should be doing what she was doing. And they don't know me, I don't know them. No problem. You say you watched bits of the interview, not all. Thank you for the refresher. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like and share. Invite someone. Hopefully we can teach some of these Wendy Williams wannabes the errors in their ways and they can see the benefit. Because, I mean, I'm not going to be as polished as Tabitha Brown was in her response. It was crazy, you know. Even the last little part where she was like, look, live your best life, you know, live a happy life, wonderful, seek joy, all that good stuff. But even if you can't have a happy day or have a joyous day, don't mess up somebody else's. Stay your behind to yourself. Leave other people alone. But she said it so nicely. I mean, it's like, I'm going to pray for you. I hope that one day that you will find the joy that we have, the love that we have. One day you might find that. The only part I would add is I would want her to give the love she actually expects, not just a one-way street like too many women think. He said, I think Wendy has lots of trauma and she is a powerhouse for information type. She's been in all kinds of beef with others. I don't call that a powerhouse. I call that dysfunction. Like, I would never brag about being in a lot of trauma like that's supposed to be something to be, you know, proud of. Oh, Lord. I'm going to need you to have a seat, sir. Welcome to the show, Dad, but I'm going to need you to have a seat talking about, you talking about, like, old military days, Navy days. I'm just saying. The quick hit spot. Come on, Deacon. We live in a simp-loving world, absolutely, where men are expected to only be tricks. I don't know if you were there for the show I did on simps and tricks. I think that was last Wednesday, but I spoke on that. Because you got songs like Bruno Mars got a song where he's simping and tricking, you know, and people think that's what you're supposed to do. You know, I'll leave the door open, chill in my mansion. We're gonna have some steaks, and you ain't got to do nothing but enjoy the fruits of my labor. That's dysfunctional, and you're an idiot. But Tabitha has an old school man. These new men, I wouldn't pay for him a drink if I didn't get half of it first. And don't be mad if the guy says the same thing to you. Because a lot of you women walking around with no money in your pocket talking about you're thirsty. Like, why you at the bar and you ain't got no money? You know? And too many Tyler Perry movies have told y'all don't buy nothing for the guy. I always expect something from him, but you don't do nothing for him. That's dysfunctional. Be more like Tabitha Brown, please. Okay, I just want to make sure because you was like us, but you corrected and said it was is. But nope, because that he's taught too many of y'all women that y'all don't have to do nothing but provide a vagina, and that is incorrect. Yeah, babyface syndrome, babyface, Keith Sweat, all them begging singers that oh, I'll do all this stuff for you. You don't have to do nothing but look cute. I'm just saying. You can either be you can either be the Tabitha Brown or you can be Wendy Williams. I would recommend you be Tabitha Brown. Tabitha Brown is going to find the right guy, find a good guy. Wendy Williams is not going to find a good guy. And you can quote me on that. She's not going to find a good guy. And y'all can keep excusing it because she had trauma this and trauma that. Get over it. You had trauma, get some therapy, and get over it. Stop using an excuse for behaving bad on other stuff. That's another thing they keep letting women get away with. Because at the same time, they said R. Kelly was raped by his aunt. Are they giving him a pass? Or they're saying they ain't got nothing to do with whatever he's accused of? And he's like, if Wendy had mental and drug addiction, she needs to close her mouth. Go to rehab. Like that. You're trying to make me go to rehab. Wendy said, no. I'm just saying. Simping and tricking is lame. No, I did not watch her memoir. I'm pretty sure it's like on Lifetime or something like that. But I do know of her reputation when she was a New York radio DJ, and she does some stuff. And I'm like again, I'm not about this. Well, because they had a traumatic childhood or whatever, it's okay for them to be wicked and evil and say foul stuff, and just get a pass for that. You don't get a pass for that. And she deserves it. There's been times where I thought, and I guess it depends on the enemy of my enemy is my friend. She's gone after some people that rightfully so needed to be checked, but there's more often than not she's saying some stuff that don't make any sense. She actually's doing it on purpose. Which is what you got her fame in radio, is saying some off the wall stuff, and people like it. And she was radio, so nobody knew what she looked like. But at least at first anyway. Cause they're on crack. You said if she is so poisonous, why these people letting her be besties with their man? They're on crack as well. I'm talking about other celebrities and whatnot. They're on crack. They smoke that high quality crack. Cause there was something else where people were like, basically saying that whatever the woman does, that there's always an excuse for why she does wrong. Like, oh, she wasn't given enough hugs, enough kisses. You know, I mean, come on now, those two. I think there's some drugs involved in that. 'Cause Odom, Lamar Odom, didn't he OD dealing with one of them Kardashian sisters? And then Ray J. I mean, again Kardashian. You know, it's not a coincidence. Not a coincidence that those two are connected to her. Um, oh, he OD'd on Viagra. Wow, I didn't know you can OD on Viagra. Like, how much Viagra did he take? He was supposed to take one, right? Mm-mm. That blue pill. So it was some sex drug he took that kept it. Oh wow. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I can't even speak on that. It's like, I don't know um, how you recover from that, but the way they made it seem like it was he had to go into rehab because it was so bad, or he was in ICU for a little bit. Some real um, touchy stuff where he, they thought he wasn't gonna make it. You know, I don't think that was something as simple as you know he had an erection that lasted too long. I think it was on some heavier stuff. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. Topic tonight is Tabitha Brown versus Wendy Williams. Are you familiar with that story? Do me a favor, hit that like and share. Invite one person. It said you want to say this. You appreciate these women looking out for their men, but is that something that she would really do? But is that something that she would really do, though? What do you mean would really do, though? He said, yes, sir. She spoke very well. Nothing to add to it. Absolutely. I think she was awesome in what she said to the girl. But my thing is, why are not more women like that, or even half of that? You know what I mean? Versus the woman who tried to slow up today when I was going to the gym, As you can see, fathers are the change. But I slowed up too. She didn't like that too much. Because she thought I was going to be her doorman. I'm like, we're going to the gym. Nothing wrong with your arms. Open your own door. So, and then when I was in the gym, another old lady looked at my shirt, said, fathers are the change. She looked upset. Then she kind of caught herself and collected herself and was like, oh, what does that say? Fathers are the change. You knew what it said. You read it correctly. And then she walked away. Didn't say nothing. Just, oh, fathers are the change? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she walked away, cleaned up an elliptical and came back. And then she's like, yeah, fathers are the foundation. I'm like, I don't think she really liked it. I'm just saying, there's a lot of prima donna women in the gym who think somebody owed them something. You know, they come in there with the yoga pants and the spandex and the bathing suits. You know, like somebody's supposed to be looking at them. Like, I'm there to work out and leave. I don't want to have no conversation. You don't impress me. You know, just because you got some tight clothes on, holding stuff in, you know, that's not impressive to me. And even if you weren't, you know, even if I wasn't this, it still would impress me. I can see them coming. And that's why when people talk about say there's no good men, no, the good men see your nasty behind and go the other way. You know what I mean? You said we are here, but society loves mess, and many are looking for a spotlight. And that's sad on both sides. And I agree. You know, there's too many dudes out here that want the retarded crap that Wendy Williams says, the stuff that Cardi B does, the stuff that Nicki Minaj does, the Lil Kim, all these women today. What Tabitha's doing, that's what men want. And I don't like stereotypes, but I'm a stereotype that. I'm a generalize that. They want what Tabitha Brown is giving. You know, what's going on, Derek? Welcome, appreciate you, man. Do me a favor, hit that like and share. We said, what's my takeaway? Be more like Tabitha and less like Wendy. I don't get that. You said, honestly, how many Tabitha Brown women were forced to be a Wendy? 0. 0. You know. You said real women are still here. I need y'all to speak up. Just like how these women will go, I need you, man, to teach these other men how to be good men. I'm going to need you real women who agree 100% with what Tabitha Brown did to teach these gold-digging Cardi B's to be more like y'all. That y'all have that same responsibility you want guys to have to say, hey, can you stop? Can you teach these guys not to be, you know, cheaters and this, that, and other, and abusers? Teach these women to, because too many of y'all think that all women are good. Ain't nobody, I don't believe it, but you explain to me how men are putting some women in a Wendy situation. Because I'm thinking you're describing something that's self-inflicted. You know. And you saying men don't want to work, I don't know what you're talking about that, because at the same time, see, you're losing me. You're losing me. That's that Tyler Perry thinking. That's stinking thinking. All women are not good. And that's why good men will not come after you. Thinking like that. He said, I'm teaching, but many will come when they want to know and walk in their true identity. Yeah, you can't force it. You know, you can lead a donkey to water, but you can't make the drink. Yeah, I know we got some men in here that want a real woman, but most are not. Most are not good. and they have 5, 6 baby daddies, that and you don't give life. It takes two to create a life. You don't give life by yourself. You carry, but you don't give life. And that's how it should be. If you as a woman cannot do a lot of submission that you're saying is needed to be a Tabitha, you have no business being in a relationship. Facts. But too many people think they should get what they want without giving what is needed for what they want. I hope you caught that. Women want to receive what they want without any giving on their part. Again, if you want to expect something, have a certain level of expectation, you should have that same level of contribution. And I mean, it's good at least you know that you're not in that mental space to go there. So I would equate it as, hey, I don't have the money for a yacht. So I'm not even going to look at a yacht until I get the money to afford a yacht. Right now, you can't afford a relationship because that is a little too much for you. And it's fine. Be honest with where you are mentally, and not saying it's a wrap. You can grow to that point, but you're not ready. And there's plenty of men that are not ready. So I'm not just gonna pick on the girls. Yeah, so you said that's for men too. Absolutely. You're not ready? Stay out of that. You can't take the heat. Stay out of the kitchen. You see, you got another question. Who should approach who? Because honestly, you're telling women to think with the independence of men, but yet be submissive. Both can approach. A woman can approach a man. That antiquated, a man's got to approach a woman is because women were not given the respect as a human being. They were less than human. But y'all don't want to talk about that. So there's nothing wrong with a woman coming up to a man she's attracted to and say, hey, hello, my name is such and such. Blah blah blah. I like your style of dress or what have you, whatever it is. I would like to get to know you. Something to that effect. Not I want to jump your bones or anything crazy, but they should be able to approach no problem. And it doesn't take any manliness away from the man or the hunt. That's all bullcrap. Oh, men love to hunt. It sounds cool, but they're full of crap. And it's not desperate. That's just what they make you feel like. And the reason why you say that is there used to be a book, and they tried to get rid of it so nobody knows about it. But there was a book that was an actual guide for women to behave in public. And if you did something as simple as talking out loud to a man, they would call you desperate. So that came from somewhere. You could only make hand gestures and fan movements. You're supposed to have a fan on you. And you're supposed to be able to do certain fan movements, and it said and meant something. Like holding it by your ear or doing something like this, blah, blah. It meant something because you were not allowed to speak. If they saw you speaking, you would be condemned. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, because he said that seems desperate and the men have the upper hand. When men are approaching, the women have the upper hand. Because they have the hand of saying, no, I'm not interested. So the man's got to take that rejection and brush it off and move on. You say you can't see yourself being feminine with someone in your approach. You feel the power would be yours. And, well, I mean, you get what you get. Because at one point you're like, okay, I don't want to be feminine because I don't want to be. No, it's the same. It's nothing different. No. See, and that's dysfunction right there. No man is used to rejection. That's just something to make y'all feel better about rejecting people. But nah. If any man is sitting there saying, yeah, I'm just used to it, he's full of crap. You know, or lame that he get used to being rejected? No. That's like people that are like, yeah, a man should be able to take the punches, you know. No. I shouldn't take no punches. You punch me, I'm going to punch you back. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and destroy that myth. We're not used to it. And it's not cool. But it's one of those things that we are conditioned to do because of antiquated rules and traditions. But more women need to approach men. Because some of y'all in church will be 95 years old talking about they still waiting on their Boaz because they never opened up their mouth. That's not the church's fault, that's your fault. I mean, they played a part in saying that you need to do that. Nah, that's dysfunctional. And that's not scripture. That's people made that crap up. No, she's always been dysfunctional. And people make excuses for it. You can be the one that approaches and still be a Tabitha. That is possible. They're not oil and water. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Yep, and who taught you that is incorrect. Let them know I said that. That's made up crap because of antiquated rules. Women don't approach men. There's nowhere in scripture that supports that. There's nowhere, it's just like inference on things where they're like, because this person did that, that means all men should do this and all women should do that. Negative. What Tabitha and Chance is not going to work for everybody. So we're all different. But this idea that, what's going on, Chef Antonio in the building? No, she's saying that she was taught that women don't approach men or it's not good for them to approach men. And you're saying all yours will come to you. Yeah, we won't have to talk about that one, Antonio. That is the entitled women who think men are used to being rejected. Yeah, exactly. Like, no. I'm telling you my personal opinion. I never got used to rejection. Never. It's not cool. It's not some, that's just a part of being a man. It's messed up to get rejected. The feeling of rejection is just as powerful. There's the same people that think men shouldn't have any emotions or any feelings when dealing with anything. That's only a woman thing. I disagree with that as well. And I've told y'all before, I'm more emotional than my wife. If y'all can't tell. Corny preachers lie to women about being found. Found doesn't mean who approaches who. Exactly. A man finding a wife means that he knows she is the one. That's another one. Like I said, it's inference. They try to say man who finds a wife finds a good thing means the woman has to wait for him to find her, like it's some hide and seek. That's garbage. It's not hide and seek. Open your mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed. How about that? Open your mouth. That's if you want. If you don't, do what you want to do. If you want to stay single the rest of your life, keep on waiting for that person to sweep you off your feet and pay all your bills while you do nothing. Again, that's an antiquated, there's a reason for it. He said, but you're told not to look. By who? You know, consider the source. I believe women should propose to men. I know that's going to blow your mind. Because all this crap like Beyonce talking about, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. If you like it, you should put a ring on it. Why is all the obligation on him? And they're too old. They're too old. They live in the old way. There was a reason for it. Because when you start, and don't take my word for it, do your research on where chivalry came from. And all this stuff about gentlemen stuff was not a positive thing. They spun it into one so they could continue doing it, but it wasn't for positive reasons. But getting people to unthink that and, you know, realize or recognize what it actually is, it's like pulling teeth. They refuse. Get water from a rock. They just refuse it. Imagine how we feel. Because I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. She said, I can't propose because if I get rejected, I'm going to be past mad. I see some of these ones where these women embarrass these guys, and they have the nerve to have her friends talking about some, you know, propose later. Oh, nah. I almost cursed right then and there. I'm like, yo, it's a wrap. You ain't got to worry about me no more. Peace. I'm out. Nope. Can't do it. Said I'll give some women game. When I do men's group, the majority of them say that if a woman thinks that a man needs to take a bunch of rejection and punishment, that they stay far from those women. And these are solid guys. If a woman keeps that mentality, there's a high chance that she will be targeted by a womanizer or a short-term man. Here you go. Mind games up in the building. Appreciate you, homie. We're talking about the Tabitha Brown versus the Wendy Williams. Yes, please hit that share button. So that's sad when a woman go on dates and treat guys like they're on a reality competition show. You know. It said, look at Mary J. Blige. She did the Tabitha and this Joker in her pockets. I don't know if she did the Tabitha. Because you need to do some research on Mary J. You know, Mary J. was a good one album artist. You know, and one single. She did that one single with Method Man. Forever. Love that song. But Mary J. is not even close to being Tabitha. She's missing a whole lot to be. She's not in the same category as Tabitha. There are some womenizers out there that their full-time job is manipulating not intelligent women. Let's be right. Let's be accurate. We're not talking about intelligent women that are getting manipulated. These are silly, simple, foolish women that are getting manipulated, and like a Wendy Williams, they're never going to learn from it, because somebody's always going to like, oh man, that's not your fault, man, that sucks, and that's it. No solution. No, you were dumb from the beginning to even do this, and this. Nah, it's not your fault at all. Yeah, she tried to bring up Mary J. Blige. You know, What's the Former Woman was the only one. After that, she went downhill. And I don't know if it's because she was dating Cheating Casey or Tretch from Naughty by Nature, but she was getting done in by a lot of people. You know, or she was out there fast and free. He said Nick Cannon's making a mockery of women. What did he do? Yeah, I mean, but no, they're not going to ever blame Wendy Williams for that. You said, forget Wendy Williams. She mad because her husband don't want her. They're not going to blame Wendy Williams. They're going to blame everybody but Wendy Williams. Because it's not popular to hold a woman accountable when they do something wrong. They'll find an excuse for it somehow. He said he got a fourth baby in a year. Him and Sean Kingston admitted that they have several women they have in rotation. If the women are okay with it, what can you say about that? You know? Don't be saying, oh, well, you still protect man haters like Tyler Perry. So, miss me with that. Ain't nobody protecting men who are having unprotected sex with dumb women. It's not my problem. Not my concern. In this year, he's got 4 kids for this year. That's Nick Cannon. It ain't me. So, I'm not guilty of it. And, you know, he said Nick Cannon talks black but has baby by white women. Are those white women he's messing with? I don't know. I don't keep up with him like that. Nah. Nice try, though. Nice try. Tyler Perry shows how to be a mixture of Wendy and Tabitha successfully. Wendy mixed with anything is crap. So there's no such thing as mixing Wendy and Tabitha successfully because Wendy is crap. 100% purity hot garbage. Purity hot garbage. You know, and like I said, you can go back to the videos where I said this is how you can find the right guy when you're ready. A lot of y'all are not ready. So the right guy is going to take a pass. He's not going to come your way. She's hateful. She's bitter. She's messy. You know, she's manly. I'm just saying there's a lot of things to dislike her for. But, well, something I wanted. I'm glad you're still here. Mind games. There was something you said I wanted to say on your show yesterday about too many of these people who lie about rape. Too many of these girls that lie about rape, and then they get a pass. And these men lives are ruined, and you can't recover from that. They'll always have this stigma over their head. You said you gotta do your homework before you get on here. I can't be feeling space. You can't roast. I mean, it's not hard, but we gotta unlearn a lot of this foolishness that we've been brainwashed from the time we're small that are dysfunctional. You're missing out on a lot because you have these prima donna expectations and holier than thou expectations. He said Nick Cannon keep planting seeds. He's like Johnny Appleseed. But I was saying to mind games like, but they don't ever want to hold those women accountable. Like the girl that lied about being raped by the football prospect. The man spent 5 years in jail. When he got out on parole, he got her to admit that she lied, and she actually won money, and she lied. Yes, the part where you're like, oh, we just need to believe these women. Like, no, we don't. We need to believe the ones that are actually telling the truth, but not just every woman. We don't need to believe every woman, because every woman is not telling the truth. Because a lot of them women, Brian Banks, you know who I'm talking about. A lot of them women love the attention that rape victims get, so they pretend to be a rape victim. I'm not cool with that. And if you challenge that, then they want to sit there and say, oh, you're victim shaming. Yeah, that's some garbage. I much respect to Felicia. Even though she did do a Tyler Perry movie, I was not happy that she did that. I appreciate her standing up for Bill. But then again, you know, and the crazy thing about it, I started watching some of the old reruns as an adult. And see, Will didn't do nothing to Jada. Jada did something to Will. But see, y'all figure out a way to blame the guy. Like the guy did something. You know, or make up stuff. Like all the people saying, oh, Will did this and that. Where's the proof of all this stuff you talking about? They can't show it. He pushed her into August's arms. See? See? You're not ready, Amshay. You're not ready. Not ready. Lauryn Hill was a perfect example of some foolishness. Love her, talented voice, all that good stuff, but she had no business messing with Wyclef. And don't act like, oh, I didn't know that he had a wife in Haiti. Bullcrap. Bullcrap. She was dumb, foolish, mess around with a married man, and she got what she got. Period. Love her as an actress. Love her as a singer and a rapper. I thought she was the best rapper and singer in the Fugees. Hands down, best rapper, best singer. But she was like the David Ruffin of the Fugees. But she was very stupid. Extremely stupid. I have no sympathy for her on that. You know, and she ain't the only one. Mariah Carey, you know, a lot of these women early on married the producers and Wyclef was the producer for the Fugees. So you get in with the producer, that's your ticket to getting all your, because supposedly Lauryn Hill swindled a lot of people off her first album, because her first album was crazy. I think it had like 10 hits on that song, on that record. But supposedly a lot of people sued her because she, you know, didn't pay people for their work and stuff. But she thought she was gonna get the one up and get in with Wyclef. He's like, you're just something fun to do. She didn't like that too much. She thought she could, you know, wrap them around her fingers, and yeah, it didn't work. Ain't no poor Tina Turner. You have very bad examples. All your examples are terrible. Terrible. Ain't no poor Tina Turner. She knew exactly what she was doing. And she got what she got. You know, I have no sympathy for Tina Turner either. But who knows? You know, we may visit something like this, like the Simps, because I know you weren't there for the Simps and Tricks thing, and maybe we could do that on another Wednesday and talk about that. But I appreciate everybody that came in tonight. We got Mind Games Uncut. Y'all check out my boy Mind Games Uncut on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. Hard-hitting topics. You know, you'll have stuff during the week as well. Derek Thomas, Walter, Yawanda, Dap, Joshua, Amshay. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm in agreement with that. I don't know if she is, but I don't really know a lot about Michael B. Jordan either. He might not. He might be a dummy too. Cause I was like, you messing with Lori Harvey? I don't think you're too bright. You know, Future and Sierra, she was an idiot. You can't tell me Future was like a scholar before she got with him, and then like, oh, and now I find out he's a piece of crap and messing with 3 and 4 women at the same time. No, you're an idiot. Love Sierra as far as her um, dancing. She's a talented dancer. I don't think she's a talented singer, but she's a talented dancer. Um, but but hopefully she doesn't mess up Russell Wilson. You know, cause yeah. Um, but slightly annoyed chick on YouTube. Appreciate you. Um, and Amshay on Instagram here. Remember, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. Love y'all. Something y'all can do about. We'll be here Friday with a hot topic. And hopefully, you know, it might be a political subject, or it just might be some current events. Who knows? But I'll let y'all know Friday. See y'all 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do me a favor and share. Invite somebody Friday that you know will contribute or is interested in contributing to the show. Remember, if you haven't already, go to thefreddychicoshow.com. Register as a member so you can submit topics. No topics off limits. If y'all want to submit it, y'all want to talk about it, I'll put it on the schedule. Holla at y'all. Chico out.